Good morning, great morning, people. Good morning, great morning. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you, and I shouldn't have left myself. And for that, I apologize. Um, my name is Mario Cordell, and for those of you who do not know, this is the Monday morning message. This is the Monday morning message, and this is the Monday morning message for July 7th, 2014. Now, seeing these on Facebook in order or YouTube in order, you might notice there has been a huge gap in my timeline. I think the last one I did was, of course, it was June. I want to say mid-June. And it was a recap for the 30-day work for it challenge. That's something I'm going to come back to. But there were some things that happened between then and now that really just threw me completely off course. Probably the main thing being the death of my grandmother. So with her passing, it opened my eyes to a few things. It was like you stop and you think for a second about the people that are in your life. And you think about what those people mean, what those people represent. Like some people, you can sum them up in just one word. And my grandmother, if I could sum her up in just one word, then one word would be love. You know what I mean? It's like that's what she was. She was a physical embodiment of love, not just towards her family, her grandkids, but everybody she came in contact with. Everybody she came in contact with, like, everybody knew, Miss Emma. Everybody did. Like, she had so many like adopted kids, adopted grandkids. Like, they were at her funeral. The community that she was a part of, the church community. They looked at my mama and her sisters and her brothers and was like, y'all had to share your mama with everybody. Like, it was just so many thank yous directed towards them. And it's things that I always knew and realized, but it was just so natural. That environment, I never stopped and thought about it until that time, about how she was a piece or a central piece of a community and what she did for a community. Her and I, we were close, but we had one of those unspoken closenesses. All we had to do was say two or three things to each other and we'd be good. I just had to hear her voice and she just heard my voice and we'd be okay. We had a few serious conversations. We had one serious conversation that still sticks out in my mind to this day. It was a do something with your life conversation. We were just looking and she was telling me about what she thought about certain things with the family, certain members, what they were doing. And she just said to me, you can do more. I want you to do something with your life. And that was pretty much what it was. It was she got straight to the point with me. And I just smiled and nodded, yes, ma'am. And I always remember that. But so this one and everyone after this is, dedicated to the memory of Miss Emma Hurd, Mother Hurd, Granny, Mama. She had so many different names. But most of all, she was love, and she still is. With that being said, guys, I'm going to go into these Monday morning messages. Emphasis on messages. I know you hear the plural. It's been a while since I've left you, so this one, I'm giving you guys a three-piece. It's been a lot that's been going on since my absence. There's been a lot of things that I've had happen to me, a lot of things that I've looked at, a lot of things that I've touched on. You gotta excuse me if it seems like I'm chewing. For some reason, I had to put icebreakers in my mouth right before I did this. I can't explain why. For some reason, it actually helped me, though, because I didn't feel like I could get through this. But yes. 3 Monday morning messages this morning. I owe you. I apologize for leaving you. But going into that, message one, first one I came up with about a couple of weeks ago. Recommit to greatness. Okay? Recommit to greatness. And with that Monday morning message, that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. When I was doing these consistently every morning, just, for you guys, for myself, when I started doing this, it just felt so good because it was like, this is something I'm meant to do, just to speak my opinion, to speak truth, to be that voice, that ear, that other opinion for people who don't have it. You know what I mean? Like I said, this is supposed to be your motivational homie if you don't have a motivational homie. So if you don't have that strong motivational circle, that's what these are supposed to be. And that's what this initially started as, and that's why I need this to stay. And I'm recommitting to the idea of that. I'm recommitting to my greatness, to this greatness, to everything that this can be. Every now and then things will happen that will throw you off course. I'm living through one of those right now. I'm coming back to it. I'm finding a lot of pieces. And in that, my eyes have been open to a lot of things. It's like, to have someone like that removed, it leaves a hole. But at the same time, I look at things a little differently now. I'm looking around. I'm seeing situations for what they really are. Like, for example, I openly speak on this. My current work situation has been one that I have not liked at the moment. It has been like this for a while. When I say where I work, those who know me know where I work and exactly what I'm talking about for what reason. Anyway, I mean, just in the recent weeks, up to and after her passing, I've seen so many things that just open my eyes to why I do not need to be in this environment anymore. It's time for me to leave, and I'm now trying to facilitate this move because I'm not being as great as I can be in that building. And the question is it that building? Is it that company? Or, I mean, there is a great possibility it can be me. But if it's me, I know I can do what I have to do to make my situation for myself better. I can change and affect myself for the better. I don't know if that building or that company can. So I'm looking at it like, you know what, it might be time to go ahead and walk away from this situation. And that's where I am mentally right now. I'm trying to figure out, should I walk away from this current situation? Well, not should I. Where should I go next? Because I've made it up in my mind that it's time for me to go. That's what that is. But getting back to the heart of all this, recommit to that greatness. If there's something that you said you were going to do and you haven't done it, or you strayed away from it, or you feel like you haven't put in all your effort into it, find it. Find it. Recommit to it. It's been a lot of things. The Monday morning messages were one aspect of me losing sight of some things. That it was one aspect. It's a lot of things I have not done. It's some things I've refound and reconnected with, but there are some things I need to pick back up for that total balance. And me knowing that and realizing that, I can speak to it. Like always, I will only speak to things that I've done for a fact, and I know I can speak on to you guys, because I refuse to be the guy that just talks from, mountaintop high and mighty about things that other people shouldn't do. I talk to you as a flawed person. And that's always how I talk to you. So with that being said, and me experiencing this flaw firsthand, I say to you, recommit to your greatness. Find a way. Find a way to find something that was inside of you that you missed, that you long for, that feeling, an action, a grind. Find something. Before I stopped doing these, I issued a 30-day work for it challenge. To all those who continue your 30-day work for it challenge, I salute you. Great job. Great job. I salute you. I'm glad you were able to get that done. I know a few people, my homie Dre Pittman, founder of Who Got Next Up, his 30-day work for it challenge was getting Who Got Next Up and running, and he did it. I'm so happy for him. I'm proud of him. I'm glad he was able to do it. If you have some time, go to whogotnextup.com. Check out the flagship interview. Check out everything else. It's going to be a great outlet for urban artists, man. It's going to be big. And the thing is, he's so passionate about the music. I know he's going to put everything into it. So every artist that you see come through there, if you know any dope recording artists, whogotnextup@gmail.com. Go ahead and send their links that way so he can start lining up these interviews. He already has about 5 more lined up after that one. But anyway, just back to that point. That was what he wanted. And he worked for it. He took the 30-day period and worked for it. That was the idea of the 30-day woke fit. And me personally, I set goals on mine. I accomplished some of mine. I had about 7 goals on my 30-day. I accomplished a few of them. I started back getting into basketball. I'm a youth basketball coach now. Well, an assistant youth basketball coach now. And that has helped me a lot because I forgot how much I wanted to actually help kids to become better. Not just, of course, better athletes, but just better young men, better people. And me being able to coach, just kicking it with them those 2 days a week, Thursday game day, Saturday practices, it's giving me so much more in my life than what I had before I was doing it. Like, it's opened me to a whole new idea. Just like, really being able to sit down, teach, talk about life with the kids, talk about my experiences, and do it through basketball, something that gave me that initial look, that gave me that experience, has been great for me, and I'm so thankful for that opportunity. I'm just happy to be a part of it, and I want to just continue that growing because that's something that I missed. Basketball played a huge role in my development as a person, and I've always said that, and I realized that me doing this is me giving back to what gave to me. This is the air giving back to the earth, and I'm thankful for this opportunity. I really am. I really am. But to hit the point one more time on the head, guys, recommit to your greatness. Recommit to that greatness. If you finish your 30-day work for a challenge, congratulations. Guess what? You've now elevated to the 60-day work for a challenge. Take that same goal or take a new list of goals and continue to work for those. For those like myself or for those who want to start for the first time, congratulations. Today marks the beginning of your 30-day work for a challenge. So you go ahead and pick your list of goals or goal and start from today's date until August 7th and see what you can do and come up with. The point is, you continue to work for it. You continue to work for it. If you fall short, you get back up, you regroup, and you start over. That's what this is. I regrouped and I've started over with a vengeance because I'm mad at myself and I owe it to myself. So again, recommit to your own greatness. Alright guys, cool. So we've got a message one out the way. Like I said, this is the 3-piece. I'm hitting you right after this with message 2. So that's coming right up after this. I was going to do them all at one time, but I realized how long that would be. So I'm not going to beat you guys to death for 40 minutes straight of just me in here. But yep, man. I appreciate all those who watch. MarioCordell.com. The second message is coming right after this. Conquer your Monday.